Oh, yes. Season 3 of the Titus Pétange story. I am feeling so confident here. Let's firstly go to the season preview, where we will find Titus Pétange, I believe, at the top. 2-1 odds to win the league, which is outrageous, to be honest, because we only have one player in the Dream 11. But maybe they're making them predictions, them really early predictions, because of the squad that I have assembled. The youth! The youth! And we've brought back Denny Stumpf. I want him to get a league title. Dwayne Holter's here. Because, yet again, I want him to get a league title. He's worked his arse off through that last season. So did Albi Allah, but he's suspended for the start of this season. Who else have I retained? Cesar. I mean, he's on that 2-year contract, so I couldn't really move him on. And now let's get on with the big signings. Oh, boy. Are the transfers even going to work? There's so many transfers that it's taking a while for it to load. That was incredible. It took about 20 seconds to load. Holy shit. Okay, in. Cool. Where do we even start? When was the last time that we took a look in here? I think we talked about Boris Barratch. Oh, wow. You know what? Let's talk about the players that we've got leaving the club. Now, there's been some released players from my under-23s and under-18s, I believe. They are the teams, I believe. But the outgoing players, Solomon Diamonde goes to Jeunesse de Esch, the current league champions, I do believe. That's the wrong competition. The current league champions. It's been a couple of days since I've last been on the save. Mario Ferreira goes to Fola Esch. Ryan Felipe goes to Châteauroux. So I believe that is moving away from the country. And Robbie Cummings, one of the players that I brought in, has already gone out, which was really, really confusing to me. But someone offered him a contract, Rail Mercier, and he quickly moved away, which is a bit of a shame because we wanted to get a couple of strikers in. We did want to get a couple of strikers in. It's one of the positions that were a bit fragile, like little bit exposed if we get an injury, okay? And then for the ins, it's probably best because everything's free. We don't really need to talk about transfer fees. We can just flick through this. So Luis Felipe is going to be the first team goalkeeper. Bit of a worry, but he is starting to improve. Okay, and then second best player in the next gen rankings, Samuel Maldonado. Don't have a clue how that's come about, but look, he's at Titus Pétange now. We got Issa Mane, who is on trial. This is our backup goalkeeper, Fernando Mendes. So yes, the goalkeeper position is definitely the weakest one at the moment. But young goalkeepers, you don't expect them to be as class as outfield players because their longevity is basically what makes them stand out, I guess. And I mean, we could keep a goalkeeper until they're like 33, 34 if they're decent enough. Sorry, my apologies. This is Mamadou Ndiaye, who is going to play on the left, I'm going to guess. But I'd like to change him to a midfielder because his wheel, his stats kind of suggest that he'd be better in that situation. And then Leo Pariso, who was a free agent coming in from France. Really nice improvement on this player. Andriy Pashko is still here. I'm sure that he was there. For the last season. This is, I believe, a trialist, and then we got Santiago, who's a trialist. Yeah, must be. Roberto Sendra is not a trialist. He's signed up. He's looking like an all-right centre-back with good potential, but he's only 5'10". We just got to keep an eye on these really young players, see if they grow in height, and if they do maybe reach 6 foot, I'll be like, okay, well, you can play centre-back now. You can. Because that I think is the acceptable limit to me. Is like, okay, well, 6 foot, maybe 5'11" if you're really good, you can play centre-back. I'm expecting to see a big improvement, and potentially a title-winning improvement by Terje Stangnes. He could be the one. I want him and Maldonado to link up. We got Stumpf, Pedro Jose Torre. I desperately need to get him put on a proper contract quickly. Midfielder Alexis Valente joins us. A good scouting report coming in. Argentinian's not really interested in signing for us, but scouts occasionally come back with an Argentinian that breaks that mould, and I go and try and sign them. I'm not really liking the fact that most of these have gone down. Lee Williams, who joined us at the end of last season. Looking all right. And this in terms of like overall current ability might be worse than last year. I have no doubts actually that it's worse than last year. But the upsides, the ceiling of this team is so much greater. That's a free agent. We got to Patrick Alimi, who's a 2.5-star ability, but maximum potential. He could be a quality centre-back for us. Got the height on him. Then obviously Albi Allah's there. Marino Alonso is an attacking midfielder. I'm trying to get him more accustomed to just playing as a central midfield like Mazzala. And he's a perfectionist. That's a great player to have at the start of your career mode save. And then we got Boris Barratch, who's this left back that should really be playing as a centre back. Vetle Brenner, still learning how to play left attacking, left winger. Thato Sele, still learning to play striker as our backup striker this season because of the outgoing player here. What was he called? Robbie Cummings. Interesting name for a Spaniard, that, Robbie Cummings. He was Spanish, wasn't he? Yeah. Okay, yep, Cesar, still here. And then Noel De Angelo's obviously had a year under his belt in the Luxembourg League. Looking very comfortable and confident and capable. Saliu Diallo is a trialist at the moment, but he is getting transferred over to Titus Pétange. We won't see him for a very long time. And Gil Fernandez, also a player that we've snapped up. A 2-star ability and 5-star max potential. I'm expecting a bit from Tim Finkbeiner to this season. Cannot wait to see what he's got for us. Oh, this is a nice signing. The centre-back, Thiago Garcia, a little bit shorter, 5'10". Going to try and just turn him into a right-back. He's got great ability. It was stupid not to sign him up, snap him up. Halter's there. David Coolan, who is a trialist. Larcher is also a trialist. I've tried so many times to sign him up, but I don't think that's going to happen. Stefan Ledoux, it is the left back who will eventually, I'm pretty sure, take over with Cesar. His contract expiring this season. You might be thinking to yourself, oh, there is a name missing, and that name being Andy Mack, who did drop to 4.5-star potential, and I put him into the under 23s because we do have left backs for this season. Let's see if his development can change. A ton of players in the under 23s. I will just flick through these because I'm not going to go through every single one. There are players that I haven't been able to get rid of, like Vincent Collet, that will absolutely have no say in the first team because of how badly they played last season. In my opinion, they let themselves down big time. So you got a lot of high potential players here. And actually, I'll pick out one. I'll pick out one in particular out of all of these to focus on a little bit. That Kaya guy looks good. Schnabel. There was so much activity that I'm even trying to get myself accustomed to him again. Yeah, out of all of them, it looks like you should keep an eye on Otse Kaya. And if only his finishing was a little bit better. His finishing's only 5. We could have potentially moved him up to striker. But that is not a possibility. Maybe we should look at some of the wingers, though. High finishing on the wingers, if a possibility at all. Let's just flick through again. That guy's got 9 finishing, but he is a forward anyway. He just hasn't developed quickly. 7 finishing, also a striker. It's going to be interesting if one of the main strikers does get injured in the meantime. And I've realised that I need to do something. I desperately need to do something. The team's kits. Let's quickly sort out this away kit. Real quick change. Pop a red kit on it so they have a bit of a difference. There we go. Not going to make a design. Just want to quickly crack on with this game so I can enjoy this season. I think I'm going to really enjoy this season. Let's make the outline black so the number colour stands out. There we go. Number outline colour. That's what I actually wanted to change, the number outline colour. That's good, that's good. Almost there. So we'll add a third kit as well, and that third kit I think will be blue or maybe something else. Blue is a good idea because blue also kind of mixes in with the club's heritage, the fusion of 2 clubs, the merger of 2 clubs, and one of them definitely played in blue. I know that, and the other played in yellow, hence why there's a bit of blue and yellow on my badge that I made. Background, foreground. Hey, what do you know? We actually have a differentiating away shirt, and we'll add the third shirt as well, no doubt. I'll get onto that after this episode. I'm not going to waste any more time. Okay, so we have Titus Pétange against FC Pétange to start the game, to start the season off. I am looking forward to this. I'm very, very optimistic. Let's move these 2 around. I think Stagnais as a deep lying forward and Maldonado as the advanced forward would help us actually be more suitable to the 2 players' playing styles. So Maldonado can get in behind with that speed. Apparently we are favourites. Well, I am really looking forward to this. It's been 2 years of hell, to be honest. And it is a new team. There could be that. lack of cohesion again. I hope not. The quality's there, though. To say these are players. Oh, yes, Stagnize. These are fine, free, young players, rightly picked from the best that I possibly could do through the entirety of Europe. I don't think any of the other Luxembourg teams have gone as deep as what we have. My Christ, we're playing well. We are playing well, aren't we? Come on, Titus! And we're 2-0 up against Pétange, and that is one hell of a way to introduce yourself. And Dai, oh my Christ, that's one of the best free kick goals. And we are top of the league at this early stage. Let's just soak that in. Bit of praise. This is going to be a different season, a different feeling to this season. Pashko with the throw. Halter goes to Valente. Please, I really want them lads, the real players that I could have not given them a new contract, but because of how they played through all the mess of the first 2 seasons, they played so admirably. Go on, Stagnize. Oh. They played so admirably, they got themselves a new contract. I think Halter actually dropped his wages by about 50 quid just to play for Titus this season. It's commendable. And I really want to win a league title for them. Look at us go. Passing it around so swiftly, so smoothly. This is Luxembourg football. Drink it in. Cesar. All the way up, and Dai looks like a quality player. Maldonado trying to score on his debut. I mean, the Pétange defence just want to get it out. Smashes it into Rosette. But another key highlight is upon us before the first half ending, and Maldonado just heads it over. Well played, Titus Pétange. The stats are pretty remarkable. It's 11 shots to 2, 7 shots on target. Strikers that actually can score goals. And a free kick that was just simply divine. Divine. Well done, lads. I'm extremely, extremely delighted. Maldonado's got this in behind. Really need to get him up and running as soon as possible. You can see that it's a new team. Sometimes them strikers take a couple of games to score their first goal. But once they do score their first goal, once they get a taste of it, that's it. They're done. They're settled. I'm going to praise as much as I possibly can, because I think morale, especially through what we've experienced over the last 2 games, years, seasons, get there in the end. What we've experienced in the last 2 seasons has been so disheartening. Now it's time to have a laugh and enjoy ourselves. Get it won. Oh, Garcia. Oh, what have you done there? Oliveira. No. Mind is back in that negative space. I'm pausing the game. I've got to think. That's their first shot on target. I don't think I should say anything. They are better than these. My team's better than this. My team is better than this. Don't think about history. We have been utter bottle merchants in the first 2 seasons. But it changes now! It changes now! Well done, lads! And it's going to get even better for us. Because after that big win at the start of the season with a lot of new players, after that, we've got a big signing coming in. Oh, yes. This lad here, Essensao, is bloody good. But he's not a forward. Left winger, certainly. Not a forward. So let's work him out to be not in a supporting role. Want him left-hand side, winger, attack. Take control. Don't know why he's in the under-23s. He's so much better than that. Let's send him on an intensive language course. Stick him in the senior squad. And we've just added to the artillery. Come on, Titus. I'll see you mid-season. This is going to be a really, really good season for Titus Pétange. I'm feeling it. We've sold 89 season tickets, which is one better. So onwards and upwards. Let's praise the trading performances of Leo Parisot and say goodbye. See you next episode.